understand no more. Can't say hardcore truths with a splash of contrast, cause it's the Illegal Opinions Podcast.
Everybody good? She got the bounce happening. She letting it out, man. I squeezed the police and I need some. Yeah. So what you want now? Yo, welcome to the Legal Opinions Podcast, man. The last place for real talk. I'm your host, Sam Ridley, the man you love to hate.
Sam, you get on my last nerve.
Here with my main, 100 grain, Marcus Palmer in the building.
Yep.
And we had to make the ladies happy. Happy.
Oh, happening is good.
You know what? I was on a roll with that intro and I fucked it up. Should we do it again?
I mean, we don't have to.
You like the mistake.
I love them.
I know. So no, you know what? No, let me
Keep it.
You know. So my man, 100 grand, Marcus Palmer, fuck him, and here to make the ladies happy because for whatever reason, when there's a vagina on the pod, they get really happy. So
yeah,
T Anita is back in the building.
She's back.
What's up, girl?
What's up, y'all?
How you doing, girl?
I'm alright.
That's great.
All right,
Good
yes.
news.
So y'all got the female perspective, but once again, you come with an open mind or you leave mad. The choice is yours. So episode 12, we are back in the building. It's a cool day, man. It's a cool day.
It's a cool day.
It's a cool day. For me, you know, as of, and I mentioned this a couple of pods ago, the day of this recording, your boy was on national TV today.
All right,
you feel me?
All right now.
Hey.
Getting it.
So hopefully y'all got to catch it. 25 words or less on Fox. I look good on TV, bro. I gotta look. I need to be on like This Is Us. Like I'm getting to that age. I need to be on some sad shit. I don't know if I can do
sad shit.
This Is Us. It's not a happy show.
It can be. You don't watch it. You don't get to chime.
It's happy.
I don't get to chime in?
Happy
No.
tears.
You have to follow the story before you can pass judgment.
Every time I check it out, somebody is like dying of obesity or
Damn.
Wow.
Well, I'm saying like whenever
Not dying, maybe struggling with. Yeah.
struggling is on the way.
Oh.
But
No.
it's every time I watch it. Anyway, I need to be on TV, bro. I really do. It was a good time. We'll get into that later. Yeah. It's been an interesting week. I know everybody's still out there. They're quarantined. We still holding you down week to week with great content. Please tell somebody about the pod.
That's right.
Your other podcasts are dying right now, and they desperately need something to fill that space with. God damn, I need to stop drinking. And it can be us. Hey, you know they say that's the mark of a genius?
What's that?
I read that. Like, if you are talking and you mix up letters and words, your brain is moving faster than your mouth can keep up with it. So
Yeah.
it's technically a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say genius, but intelligence, yes.
Man, I hate when T Anita up here, man.
That's kind of weird. Like a drunk nigga talking about the mark of a genius is slurring.
I'm not drunk, though.
Kind of backwards.
I'm not drunk right now. Wait towards the end of the pod, y'all. But look, check it out. We are back. Like I said, we doing this thing. How was your weekend, man? I know some news has happened recently.
Yeah.
That I thought was interesting, and I mean good and bad. You know what I'm saying? From the business standpoint, and with all this stuff going on so crazy in the world, the government straight said UFOs existed, and and nobody even batted an eye.
Nobody batted an eye. Like Will Smith didn't give a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck about the aliens being around.
What? I missed that.
I know, because it was barely news. That's what I'm saying. Like, the Pentagon was like, yeah, we're pretty sure UFOs are a thing. But people are so absorbed right now in this COVID thing and this and that we don't have time to worry about nothing else. We need toilet paper and regular shit.
I mean, if they don't got the
Like-
potion, who gives a fuck? Like, y'all can fly around up there all you want to. If you don't got the potion for this shit, find another place to vacation, niggas. Like, fucking, who cares?
I bet you won't land though.
Oh no!
Like, nah, they touch a human and die and bring some
Right.
COVID back to their planet. Like, you've been down there fucking with them humans, ain't you?
Real life war of the world.
Yep, just like the Indians.
Yep, yep, same shit. So yeah, they probably just did a flyover, or the aliens brought COVID-19 here. So now they trying to like softly, you know, bring in the, hey, this is where it came from. Tell me Trump wouldn't blame this shit on aliens.
Oh,
Oh, in
absolutely.
a heartbeat. Oh my God.
And tell me people wouldn't be like, well, you heard the man. That's not what he meant. That's not what he meant. Come on, man.
People like, I told you Obama was an illegal alien. Look at it. See? His friends are coming back.
Oh my goodness. That's how you blame it on Obama.
Right back
Well, he's
to
done that already, right?
Oh, yeah. All of it. Everything is Obama's fault. Oh, man. But what'd you read, man? Like, because that's all we can do is sit in the house and play video games and
I didn't.
and read.
No, man. I did. I actually just did some bullshit this week. Nothing crazy. I do have to say, in my uneventful weekend, I did watch. It was on TV. I watched The Expendables Part 2. Right, and
Right.
I'm gonna just say, dog, motherfuckers gotta put some respect on Jean-Claude Van Damme's name, bruh.
Who disrespecting him?
He don't get enough credit for the fucking job he did in that movie. Like, The Expendables is an over-the-top action movie with all the old, action heroes in it. But
that was the whole point, right?
But the way he fucking went about being a villain, he should have been a villain in a lot more movies. Like, after that movie,
Oh, no.
I don't understand how he didn't get more roles just to be the villain, because he killed that shit.
No, he did. He did. It was the bright spot in the movie. Because, I mean, but you're not going into those movies looking for strong story or anything like that. You're going to watch them blow stuff up and Terry Crews carry a big automatic shotgun. Like, you know that.
I mean, I get it,
So-
but it's so overlooked. I mean, you're right. It's not an Oscar nominee, but
No, not at all.
but the way he the way he portrayed that villain in that shit, that motherfucker was cold. He was cold. And I know this means nothing, but this is what
I
I,
was about
did
to say,
this
who
weekend.
gives a fuck about the Expendables?
This means nothing. I was on my couch and I woke up from a nap and the shit was on TV. And I was like, that nigga Jean-Claude Van Damme is cold.
This is the first time I done heard something that made me go, you know what? We really need to end this quarantine thing, because I don't know if y'all are hearing this shit. Marcus is watching Expendables. Like, we gotta get you out the house, bro. That's terrible.
I mean, I agree. That don't got nothing to do with him being cold or not. But anywho, so we were talking last week about AMC, right?
yeah. That movie theater's got to be Dunsky's, right?
Yeah, the movie theater's got to be going under, etc. So AMC feels a way about Universal releasing the Trolls World Tour movie straight on demand. Got a little pissy about it, right? So,
Which is stupid because they kind of had to.
so I'll read a little snippet of what was said, right? So this is from MSN.
All
Says
right.
AMC Theaters delivered a blistering message to Universal Pictures late Tuesday, saying the world's largest cinema chain will no longer play any of the studio's films in the wake of comments made by NBC Universal CEO Jeff Shell regarding the on-demand success of Trolls World Tour.
Hold on. They're not gonna play
Universal?
the whole studio's movies?
None of that shit.
That's ridiculous.
Bruh, like,
what
all
are
right.
you gonna do?
For y'all that like don't live in California, I know we got listeners all over the place. Shout out to y'all. The movie theater that's in Universal Studios theme park is AMC. Like, that was our like luxury theater. Like, if something was coming out that was like Black Panther, like when it first dropped and whatnot, we go to
Right.
that theater because that theater is extra plush, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like the flagship.
Right, it's the first one to have those reclinable seats and
Yeah,
shit.
heated seats. Like the snacks ain't just some bullshit. Like, it's a nice theater. How could Universal get away with not playing Universal Pictures at their flagship theater? That's wild. That's wild. But go ahead. What do you say?
So basically, they were saying that I guess there's a contract between AMC and Universal saying, like, look, we have the theater, you have the movie. We pay you for the movie, and then we get people to come in, buy all our bullshit, and go watch the movie. So I guess since they made so much money, because it says in the first 3 weeks of, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. they made $100 million in the first 3 weeks of World Tour just on video on demand. 100 mil.
On Trolls?
On Trolls.
I didn't know that many people like this shit. I really didn't.
The kids love it.
Our kids don't want to see fucking Trolls.
Our kids don't. It's
but,
more, it's kind of girly too. But the younger kids love Trolls. I didn't even see the first one.
Oh
so.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm done with
my son. My son watched that shit a couple of times. So they're mad that Universal went ahead and was like, we're gonna release this shit without it being in theaters. You guys can't show movies right now. Okay, we are in the movie making business. You're in the movie showing business. Now, just because you can't do your business does not mean that we can't do ours.
Yeah, that's not good business.
Oh.
So they got pissed off about it, and they were like, "No, we're not going to do this shit." So what AMC is doing is, like, AMC, like, if you want to think about it like this, AMC is a fucking cartel, right? They're the biggest movie showing shit ever. So what they're trying to do, like, even while they're like dying on this sword, they're like, we still won't show your movies as they're bleeding out.
Who they gonna show them to? No one's coming to the theaters right now.
Yeah, but I mean, even when people could go to the theaters, and I'm a movie head, we all like love going to the movies, so it's different for different families. I get that, but a lot of people, by and large, prefer to be home in the comfort that they pay for, eating whatever they want to eat. You know, like, it's starting to change. The theaters only get packed when like Endgame and shit like that comes out now. But nobody goes to just see a random movie. It's rare. It's real rare. It's almost niche. I think all that COVID-19, for all of its bad, it's just expediting shit that was on its way out.
Right, and like you said last pod, that AMC was already, hemorrhaging money.
Yeah, left and right. Like, that's why popcorn $50. So, you know, as it hurries up and does this thing, I feel like they're almost shooting themselves in the foot. Like, you know, maybe we all ready to retire. Like maybe all of the heads up there at the table was like, you know, we could just, you know, be on a beach somewhere.
But would you ever want them to get rid of the theater experience? Like, I couldn't imagine a world without theaters. Like, they still have a place, you know, in the world.
I wouldn't want them to get rid of them. I mean, that's like we were talking about before. That is a Friday night, Saturday night, date night, fucking Mother's Day, whatever you want to call it. Like, those are things.
It's an experience.
Yeah, but like, you know, what is old is new again, whatever as they say it. This is an opportunity for drive-in theaters to come back, right? Because now
that would be awesome.
You could still social distance. You're in your own car. You're watching a movie, and you can fuck.
Well,
oh my God.
well, the difference.
I should have seen that coming.
That's the whole point of like, hey, what's this movie? Whack, yo. Or it's good, and we can still listen to it. Matter of fact, you'll still be facing the screen. Right?
See, but here's the difference, though. The difference at a drive-in movie is you don't see new movies at drive-in movies.
You can.
No, but who's gonna pay for that shit? You know how much that shit would cost? Like, you could go see the trilogy, or fucking however many they are now, of Indiana Jones, right? We're gonna show 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
That's cheap as fuck. And people will go to that. Don't get me wrong. People will go to that. They will flood to that kind of shit. But you're not not showing Black Widow from Marvel opening weekend at a drive-in movie.
You're thinking about it wrong. You're thinking about it the old way that movies used to get played. If the only way to do this social distancing thing and to get the same amount of money is to make drive-in theaters, they could tear down that theater and have the same amount of space with like 4 or 5 different screens playing. And you can go in there and sit in your car and watch Black Widow and get some head. Like, that is a brilliant marketing scheme.
If I buy a field and put 4 screens out there, I'm not worried about what kind of head you're getting. I'm worried about how much it costs me to play this shit fucking 3 times a day. Because they're going to want that fucking money, nigga. Like, AMC doesn't make... Okay, AMC makes... For simple math. Simple math is, let's say a ticket costs $10. AMC gets $1 of that. And AMC is massive. If you're a drive-in theater, no, you can show Endgame one time, grand opening, grand closing. Yeah, you got your dick sucked, but now I got to sell my house.
That's true, because they wouldn't be able to pack theater after theater with, like, it would be a much lower crowd.
I mean, I get the ball. I mean, I respect it. I mean, AMC saying, you know, we're dying anyway, but fuck you. Here's his finger as we're going down into the quicksand. Fuck
I
you.
guess.
Like,
But Universal is massive.
But no, you're absolutely right. But I think Universal, because the AMC guy basically is pissed off that the dude Jeff, whatever his name is, was kind of like bragging. Like, we had no idea this movie would be this successful. Like, we're blown away by the success of this. Like, we don't have a model to do this yet, but we might be working on that shit, because what he was saying in the article was that when theaters come back, we want to do both of those things. We want to do straight to video at home, and we want to still keep the movie in the theaters. AMC is like, nigga, you cutting me. Like, if you're going to do both.
Like, think about how much money they probably realized they were missing out on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not going to the movie theater to see Trolls, but if we have a night in and $20 for the movie will get us basically, what, $5 a ticket for 4 people?
Yeah, man.
Then the people that still want the movie theater experience, they're going to go and they're going to do that. And then, all right, let's take it back. Let's say that this marketing scheme, like COVID-19 happened when Endgame came out, but theaters were still open, right? So everybody floods the theaters to go see Endgame. I know I would be.
Yeah.
But then you got those people that are like, we can beat the rush. Or their theater's already sold out. So they at home and they go ahead and get the movie.
Yeah.
What did it do? 2-point-something
Man.
billion? It might have been 3.
Yeah.
It might have been 3. Because some people literally can't get to the theater. Yeah. But they got internet, though.
That's an interesting way to look at it. But I think this is just another example of a good old boy getting his feelings hurt and lashing out.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see that happening for real.
It's a cartel. I mean, they're going under, and this is just like the last hurrah. Like, okay, we might be. I'm gonna go out with. I mean, we're going down with a fight, and what we're gonna do while we're fighting is say, "Fuck Universal." We're gonna go out of business anyway, but just to show you that, you know, we still got some balls, then this is how we're going to do it. Oh, and the other thing was, like, the guy from Universal was saying, we weren't trying to, cut you guys out of the bread, but we have a toy licensing deal. So I'm guessing on the licensing deal, there's a timing kind of whatever in there.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, same with, like, the Marvel movies when, you know, you'll go and you'll accidentally catch a spoiler because they put a toy out that tells you something in the movie.
Right.
Like, so, yeah, I could see that same thing happening. But AMC is a Chinese-owned company, aren't they?
I believe so.
I believe so. I don't know about where you live at. And I know when I was in VA, AMC was the prevalent theater.
Yeah.
But out here, it's like Cinemark and
I got Cinemark.
ArcLight.
Mm-hmm.
It's Cinemark, ArcLight, and another one. Man, they might replace AMC
Regal.
quick fast. Regal, yeah. So they might be shooting themselves in the foot in the American market on that side.
They absolutely are.
That's true. Because just as quick as they put up that AMC and Universal, they can take them signs down and bring in another theater.
Straight up.
Like, no big deal.
They can keep the C
Exactly,
and just bring Cinemark in.
Like, we don't have to change shit. We just got to take your sign down.
Right.
Yep.
Because
Get an A and an M in the mail.
then you're showing your hand as AMC, right? You're saying, all right, well, you know what? Even though we're about to go back to whatever the fuck these people are calling normal is out here, okay, we're about to go back to normalcy in whatever, however that looks. And AMC, in the midst of that, AMC is saying, we're not showing your movies anymore. I guarantee you, Cinemark and fucking whoever owns IMAX and all that shit, or whoever, they like, yo, hey, Universal, hey, bruh.
We got you.
Come through.
Let's make a deal.
Come through.
This, I'm telling you, dog, all this shit is doing, and yes, there's some smaller businesses that are on that cusp of being a big business that are going to get lost in the shuffle, and that sucks. But all this is doing is expediting stuff that was already happening in business. That's all it's doing. The archaic ways of doing things, man, you gotta evolve.
Yeah.
And if you don't, like, you're gonna sink. You know, we've been talking about that with like artists making content, you know, right now. Comics that's like, well, what am I gonna do? Nigga, anything.
Yeah, get creative or get
Man,
lost.
That's
they
it.
finna kill this
That's
COVID
it.
jokes when they come back, man. It's gonna be stupid.
Oh my God.
No, but fuck both of y'all, because y'all don't have to hear them. I do. Like,
That's true.
I got to go to open mic and listen to 20 bad dick COVID jokes, because they go get their dick jokes in too.
Dick COVID
Yeah.
jokes. That's an interesting combination.
COVID in with a D. Somebody's going to do it. I promise. It's gonna be so lame. It's going to be so lame. Spare the world. Spare the
You
world.
gonna
We
get
already
this,
saw it all in
you gonna
memes,
get this
y'all.
code dick.
Yeah, watch.
Just like that.
Watch. I'm going to throw a tomato. I'm taking a tomato to the first open mic.
Come on, man. You know we run out of vegetables. Farmers just getting rid of them shits left and right. You know, you can't be throwing no tomatoes. You might need that bitch tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be selfish with mine. Can't nobody have my tomato.
Hey, all right, T. Anita, what you been getting into? How are you?
Nothing much. You know, I don't have much going on these days, so I've been on the good old Facebook nonstop.
How has teaching been for you? Is it?
Teaching, it's the same. You know, I've been interacting with a little bit more of my kids, which has made me happy a little bit more, because you know, teaching to nobody is kind of depressing.
Right.
So,
What grade do you teach, by the way? Someone asked that.
third.
Third grade. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Better that than the middle school kids, man.
Oh yeah, I was not built to teach middle school. My son is in middle school, and now I'm at home helping him with his work, and I'm like, no, there's a reason I chose not to teach middle school, and I'm gonna hurt this child. Like, I'm gonna hurt him. So, but it hasn't been too bad. I had a little bit of a rut last week, but this week seems to be going pretty good, so I can't complain too much.
So you just enjoying Facebook now?
Yeah, I've been on Facebook. Of course, not between the hours of 9 and 3 p.m. because that is when I'm working. But
Right. Of course.
All
of
the
course.
sense in the world. Why would you be doing that while you're working?
No, of course, I'm not on Facebook during the hours I'm supposed to be working. But I have been on Facebook, and you know, going through the comments. One of my favorite things is to like hit a hot post and go through the comments and just see what's going on.
Yeah.
It seems to be a lot of guys like shooting their shots right about now on Facebook. I guess it's the only place they have left right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like they can't just go to Walmart and be like, hey, tall girl.
right. So, but what is it with this thing where they like, when they get turned down or whatever, then they get all pissed off and like start insulting the chick that they just tried to hit on? Like, that's ridiculous to me. I don't understand it.
I mean,
Maybe y'all can explain it to me.
well, it's just a part of that is the reality of what they do in the street bleeding over into what they do online. Like when you're, it's embarrassing to be turned down in public when you're hitting on a woman, right?
As I say, this embarrassing period, right?
Right. So let's do the club thing. Like you're in a club or a lounge, and a woman walks by you, and you do whatever you do to get her attention. Let's do the grabby guy, right? Let's do the grabby guy. So
the grab the arm, dude.
No, God, no.
so the
Hey, girl.
hey shawty, hey, you so brutal.
Like she can hear you.
You so brutal.
She can't hear you. Not brutal.
Hey, that's
All right.
that's you. That's you. That's your her, and that's your nails. Okay, you got that, baby. So then, when the girl pulls away, like, oh no, thank you. Like, I'm not with that.
Fuck you, then, bitch.
People have seen you get turned down. Like you gotta like that energy. Like now there's that anxiety building up. Your forehead starts sweating and shit. Your armpits get a little warm. You're like, yo, well, fuck you, then, bitch. I want you to holler at you no way. So then.
Oh my goodness.
It's just an ego thing. It's embarrassing. You have to show her that
straight ego.
You have to show her that you were too good for her anyway.
But that backfires because then that makes you look like a fuck boy.
No. You're absolutely right. But and honestly, I think dudes are saving face to other dudes because as much as as much as you're there, like, all right, that chick shot you down. If you bow out quietly. Ladies, please remember, we on your goddamn side right now. How y'all always say we frying women. fellas, like when y'all shoot your shot online or in person, just bow out, bruh. Because then it's like, all right, respect. I'm not your cup of tea, or my pickup line was whack or whatever. Because dudes online, I think they feel like, all right, now I got an audience. I think what it is them damn laugh emojis.
It's a laugh. It's
Like,
the eyes. It's the
girls start posting a gif or some shit. Like, that's when it's like, oh, okay, people are watching me publicly get humiliated, and I can't delete it.
yeah.
But the thing is, if you like bowed out gracefully and just like was like, all right, maybe not this one, maybe one of the other ones looking might be like, might be inclined to respond to you or whatever. But if you go out like that, all them bitches that's leaving the gifts or whatever, they're not gonna holler at you either.
Anita, we call them russets on this show.
I call them bitches.
Bitches.
Well, I can say bitch, but I mean, and they know what I mean. But
I know. Look, why women can call each other bitches all day.
Do we need to go back to like nigga and nigga?
No, we don't.
We
don't.
Okay.
But okay, so a dude. Let's say this. Like, you're online and a dude tries to holler at you and you thought it was lame, so you just laugh him off, post something, and he bows out gracefully. What if he then hits you up later, like inbox DM, and is like, look, I know what I said. I'm sorry for the way I came at you. I just really wanted to talk to you.
Nah, you can't do that.
Why not?
No, because it's first impressions, right?
Shoot your shot and then you take the rebound.
No.
I
Like,
agree.
no.
You can't do that.
Like,
You gotta crash the boards.
No, in the
You
beginning,
gotta crash
that's
the
when
boards.
No, the beginning is when shit's supposed to be perfect, right? So like, if you already insulting me and shit, like that's just a red flag from jump. And like, I don't want to see no red flags for like the first good month or so at least. Like, no, there's no going back from
Well,
that.
I mean, I think the other part about that is also, if it's online, now you've done that shit publicly.
Yeah.
So now you've done that shit. I mean, as stupid as it sounds to say that it's public, it is. You've now embarrassed me. Maybe put me in a bad situation where now I got to feel a way about saying something to you because you came at me sideways. Now I got to embarrass you publicly, which is embarrassing to me. Like, I didn't want you to do this shit. I didn't ask for you to jump on my post. And they try to jump in my fucking pants. And then you came at me crazy. And so now I got to check you in front of people that I don't want to check you in front of.
Yeah. Just take the L and move on.
Just be cool. Like, it's simple and plain. Be cool. Like, you can have a chick, like, that is in your friend list or whatever for the longest time.
Yeah.
And if things just start to be right, like, organically, you'll kind of know. Like, she might be feeling me. I'm going to go ahead and jump in there and say something. But if you decide to jump out there and be corny and then get shot down immediately, you might have fucked that up for yourself.
Absolutely.
And now you're trying to save face for dudes you don't know? Like, what are you doing? I see that a lot online. I see that a whole lot. Just because there's other dudes on the page that's going to be like, yo, or put the Savage joint up there. You know, the dude with his homeboys going crazy. Yeah. I'm the guy that posts that. Because it's hilarious to me now that you made yourself look retarded. Like, but you got to ignore me and keep your eyes on the prize. You could be at a drive-in getting some head, but no, you want to go ahead and keep up this dumb shit. And now you look crazy.
Yeah.
I've seen that a few times because I do look for the funny online. And I know people that, I know women, right? Let's just do this. I know one woman in particular that was putting shit on Facebook. And this one guy was always responding to what she was saying. Like, she was putting something that sounds like a gentleman would, where the real man at, shit like that. And he would come on and comment like, well, I'm trying to show you what a real man is. Or, I mean, if you will give me a chance, or just something that sounds like that or has that kind of connotation. So I shot her a DM. Because we all know, like, this is, I don't want to say how we all know each other. So,
right.
I'm like, yo, I see my man is trying to shoot your shot and you're not even responding. And she says, well, I'm like, I don't really like want to fuck with him like that, blah, blah, blah. But she's not being disrespectful because she could easily say, yo, come on, bro. Like you do this every time I post something. It's not happening. Or he could be disrespectful and say, well, fuck you then, bitch, for not responding to my text, my comments. But both of them kind of just keep it moving. And then he eventually stopped though. Like he stopped. And I noticed because I started like keeping a tally of that shit just out of fun.
Well, there's another side to this though. Like the same bullshit line that we're talking about that didn't work on like the female, like in the scenario we're giving, right? It's worked on somebody. So I don't believe that these dudes are online doing the same thing over and over again and getting no results. Like they're doing it because it worked at some point. And then, no, honestly, I really do. I believe that, but see, you're saying that as the female that don't like that lame shit. There's a female out there that's just like, yo, I like him, and it might not even have anything to do with what he said. She just might have been feeling dude.
No, I'm not even disputing that it is a female out there that it might have worked on. I'm just disputing the fact that he won't keep repeating the same shit that didn't work in the first place. Like,
well, not to her.
He would.
But he'll
not to
he'll
her.
say it to other people for sure. Like, I mean, what's the bubble gum analogy? Like, keep throwing gum at a wall. Eventually, one of the bitches is gonna stick.
Oh,
one of them is gonna stick eventually, and I'm telling you, that's how some dudes do. We been to the club together. We seen the dudes back in the day, and they was chilling, approaching every female the same raggedy way.
Yeah.
That whole grabbing the arm thing. If every chick,
my God, don't touch
that was the
me.
move.
no, it's terrible. But in the 90s,
That was
you
the
could get
move
away with it.
back then.
If it and let's say he grabbed 10 different women, and not even on some like disrespectful grab, but just like a quick touch, hey, to get her attention. If one of them turn around and give him a, hey, what's up with you?
He won.
He gonna keep doing it. He gonna keep doing it, and he gonna have a good night. Now, he's probably not, because I'm gonna say it. Most dudes ain't that smart in the club. Everybody drinking. He's probably not taking into account maybe the reason that she's the chick that turned around and was like cool with it was because it's 1:45 and she's toasted.
Yeah.
And she been striking out all night too. But at that point, all he know is the action he made ended up with a positive result. That's it. So he's only doing it for that reason. But check it out. There's no way for a man to approach a female in 2020 that she hasn't heard or seen before.
It just depends on whether she want to fuck with you or not.
It's 100% up to her. Fellas, you got like 90% of it that you think you got control over is probably not you. So, like, what for real? What's the right way for a dude to slide in the DM? What's the appropriate way for a dude to hit you up in the club? There isn't one. There isn't one. It's 100% if y'all like him.
Wait, no, hold on. What's the answer to you?
I don't know, because I haven't dated since.
Take
like,
that shit out of it. Fuck that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking just period. Like.
Not, but that's what I'm saying. You talking about 2020, and I'm like, I don't know. Because my answer is always
okay.
No.
Back when you were in the streets, then what was it? Like, what was it that was cool for you?
Usually I would respond to a dude if he came like respectfully and was like, or came up and just made conversation, and the conversation turned into whatever. But don't touch me and don't yell "Hey ma" or whatever. Like,
hey ma.
Don't call out to me.
Dipset.
Hey,
Dipset.
Like, don't ask me why I'm not smiling. Like, none of that corny shit. Like, just make a conversation with me. Have a real conversation, because I'm famous for, like, I don't like small talk. Like, that shit makes my skin crawl. So just have a real conversation about some real shit with me, or just,
But see, that's okay. You're saying that, but off the giddy up, I just saw you pass me, right? Some females, yes, don't touch me.
Oh,
immediately you done lost.
Chocolate giddy up ass nigga.
But shut up, nigga. But check it out. Some females are don't touch me, right? Some females that whole, hey, why don't you get my attention and talk to me like a person? Don't be barking, hey, ma. So that quick, hey, excuse me, because she was walking by, that might be respectful to a different female. The dude has no idea because you are strangers. They don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I get that, but I mean, I don't know. I guess the rule is if I say no, or if I keep walking, like, leave me alone. You know, I mean, or try a different approach at least. Like, don't keep trying the same corniness.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I think there's a point where she thinks you're corny, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and now you're just talking because you don't know what else.
Well, if
to
you're
do.
paying attention, and then yeah, you know, if you have that kind of way to reflect on what's happening in the situation, then yeah. But even as men, you've been talking to a dude, and you're like, I wish this motherfucker would shut up, and you're giving the vibe of, I really wish you would shut the fuck up, but he doesn't get it, and he just keeps fucking talking.
Right.
Can a dude talk himself out of the draws?
Yeah.
Like, what happens there? Like, at what point does it just dry up?
I guess for me, it's about authenticity. Like, if I feel like we talking and it's like a deep conversation and you being yourself or whatever, then that's cool. Like, just be you. But at the moment that I feel like you trying too hard, or you faking, or you shine, like trying to shine or something, I'm done. Like, it's a turn off to me. Like, don't be phony. Just be yourself and don't try too hard. And it's a feeling. Like, you can feel when a guy is just trying too hard, or when he's not authentically trying to get to know you, or trying to come on to you, or he's just trying to.
He's just saying whatever to
right,
get
to try
you
and
to.
get.
Wait, is that a
Right,
bad
okay.
thing though, for a guy to be trying too hard to impress you or to engage you in a conversation?
It's not a bad thing for him to be trying too hard if it's authentic. But it's the difference between, like, authentically trying to have a good conversation.
Man, that's that shit right there, man.
With the dude, with the female, and then trying to, like,
I don't like that.
I can't even think of an example, but, like, don't try and
Don't like
show
that
it. Like,
shit.
you can tell. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I apologize. But it is this is just me, though. There might be some chicks out there that like a dude that, well, I'm sure there's some chicks out there that like a dude that's flashy and like show off and stuff.
But all of that aside, you knew when you left to go to the club that a dude is gonna try and sleep with you. Like, all of y'all know that.
Yes.
So you go and put on the cutest outfit you got.
Yep.
That shows as much skin as you want to show. Mm-hmm. Looking as cute as you want to look, and then get mad at us for being like, "Yo, shorty with the titties out. What's up with you?"
Oh no.
Oh, girl.
Why you gotta go there? I mean, yeah, my titties might be out, but
Left thigh, right titty. What's up, girl?
But I don't know.
No, hold on a second.
What's the
No,
problem?
hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go back to this trying too hard thing.
Okay.
So a woman can feel like it's a turnoff for a guy to try too hard, right? Do you know how fucking hard it is to talk to a woman that you don't know? How much anxiety and pressure and fear of whatever the fuck kind of day she had being spewed upon me because I walk over and talk to you and say hello?
Oh, you podding now.
Do you know how fucking hard that is? That's hard as fuck to do. But you're saying so a guy is nervous for talking to a woman that he doesn't know, and you say, I could tell he's trying so hard, and that's a turn off for me.
I'm about to pass a collection plate.
I'm not talking about a dude if he's just nervous. Just because someone's nervous doesn't mean they're trying too hard. Like, trying too hard for me is like being flashy or trying to be like.
Oh, you mean like trying to be too impressive? Like trying to impress you too?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you come over and just, you trying to have an authentic conversation with me and, like, really start a regular conversation and not, like, telling me about, whatever, what you know.
How much you
that
made, what kind of
stuff.
car I drive, what I got.
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So, but, I mean, being nervous, ain't nothing. I get that. I get how intimidating that is.
Okay, I've never been the kind of guy that, like, yeah, let me tell you all what I got. Let me tell you about my Ultima. Like, no. But check it out.
They're out there.
I know, right? I'm sure they are, right? But my thing with it is, most dudes, because of the way that a lot of females present themselves, feel like they have to separate themselves from the pack. Am I wrong, Marcus? Am I wrong?
No, you have. I mean, you have to have the bait. Like whatever is shiny. Now, shiny not meaning gold, but whatever is shiny to a woman that you're interested in, there are other people with shiny shit out there. Now, it just depends on whether you got the right bait. Now, if your shine is your charisma and your charm, then she could be attracted to that. If your shine,
that's what
if
it
your
should
shine,
be.
if your shine is, I got a Benz outside, or I got a, whatever the fuck outside, and I got a this and I own that, then that shine is going to attract certain types of women. Like depending on what you got out there is what you're going to attract.
Well, yeah,
Right.
but I mean, of course, but we're not even going to get into talking about tall dudes. So what I mean,
Man, these niggas are
That
sensitive,
was
man.
fucked up.
I know, man. I know. They be in their leg feelings, boy.
That is jacked up.
All their emotions is in their femurs or something. Like, why y'all so
man.
sensitive?
Oh
But
my goodness.
so, like, I don't know. The way that I look at it more is like, yeah, the dude doesn't realize he's being corny, but he is trying to show you that he has something going for himself. Because every dude in the club or wherever you meet him, women, y'all get hit on all the time. Dudes don't get it like that. So we got to figure out a way to separate ourselves, because whenever y'all go anywhere, I assume we all look the same to y'all. Like, it's just a sea of dudes that's trying to get at y'all.
See your dicks.
Just dicks. Just bobbing in the water.
You're kind of right, but I think of it this way, right? Like whatever's supposed to happen happens, right? So if two people are compatible, then you'll be able to have a conversation with a female, and the conversation will, it'll be easy to talk to the person. It depends on your motive, because if your motive is just to get fucked for that night, I mean, do what you got to do, I guess. But if you're trying to find a partner, then it should happen organically, in my opinion. And if you're like, if it's not happening, or you shouldn't feel the need to set yourself apart. You should feel like, I'm going to go talk to this female. And if it's meant to happen, like the conversation's just going to flow. Like if we're compatible, then we'll be compatible and we'll have a decent conversation.
Yeah, it takes me back to all those nights me and Marcus would be getting ready to go to the club. We'd put a hand on a Bible and say a prayer. And then we'd get in the car and we'd go, man, I really hope tonight's the night that we find wives.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Fucking right, I'm kidding you. Because no dude is going to the club like, hey, man, I hope I find the one.
Tonight's the night.
I mean-
I got my curve on.
Right. The curve. Hey, man, I just put on some fresh juice.
Ooh, you ain't got the cool water tonight? No cool water?
Cool water, though.
Oh,
Cool
man.
water was the killer.
Well, okay. Well, in that case, you got two options, right? You got two options. You can be shiny,
Okay.
right, and catch the girls who like shiny things, or you could just go up to a female and tell her what it is and hope she feel the same way. Because believe it or not, you don't always have to play games or try and hook the fish. Like
No,
sometimes you can
bullshit.
walk up to a female and she might be looking for the same thing you're looking for. So just be honest.
But the
And-
odds are not in your favor
And what
to
she's
walk up to a female.
looking for has to be what we have on the hook.
Go explain that more. Go ahead.
If we both want to be with somebody, like she's in the club and she's looking for somebody to be with, I'm out there looking for somebody to be with. Yeah, we can meet, both wanting to be with people. But if whatever the shit is I'm saying to her ain't what she want to hear, she's not gonna give a fuck.
I can't argue with you there. I can't. I mean,
Take that, ladies.
Oh,
it's true. I mean, I don't feel like any female would argue
No,
with that.
they
like,
shouldn't.
they
If-
will.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's exceptions to every rule, but
Me and
I
Marcus
mean-
is some demons in the group, apparently.
Oh, goodness.
Shout out to the Illegal Opinion Facebook group.
Yeah.
If y'all not in it, make sure you join it on Facebook. Type in Illegal Opinions, and our group will pop up because it's popping right now. But yeah. I ain't even gonna go in no further on that. That's just
What's next? One for the men's is
I know that. Look, men take a point there. Men take a point.
We've been losing for a long time, but I'll take it.
You know. Look, I know we've been losing for a good minute. Okay, you walk in the club, right? You see a dude. Let's say, you see a dude. He happens to be tall, and in this scenario, he's actually a good dude. I know that's rare for a tall one.
What do y'all have against tall guys?
No, check it out. She sees. I'm using this as an example because she can only see his head, right?
Oh God.
And it is the, I don't know, Shamar Moore, Boris, whatever y'all love to death right now. I don't know what the hot guy is right now for y'all on TV. The light skinned dude on Grey's Anatomy or something. I don't know.
Jesse Pinkston.
Is that his name?
I don't know.
He's pink and his name is Pinkston. Anyway,
I think his name is Jesse, but I can't remember.
Jesse
his
Jackson.
last name.
okay.
Yeah.
Something. Anyway.
Something like
So
that.
y'all see something you like, right? Just his head. He's beautiful to you. You're like, I want to talk to that guy.
Okay.
All right. You see him, like you maybe hit him with like an eye so he sees you. He comes around the corner, right? Mm-hmm. He has on a romper.
Oh shit.
No, relax though.
Hold up.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
So he introduces himself. He has a great personality. He's super cool. You're with your girls.
Yep.
All right? He's like, I would love to talk. Can I buy you a drink? Your girls is looking at you like, this nigga got on a romper, girl. But he's a nice guy.
Oh, then why is he wearing a romper?
That has nothing to do
okay,
with
so-
nothing.
Nothing to do with nothing. But look how we get
Oh,
judged.
my goodness.
Look how the tables have turned. How come a woman can come out the house in whatever she want to wear?
That
And
is
y'all
not
go,
true.
don't judge me for it. I am me. I have my rights.
I am not a whore.
But that's two different things, though.
Oh, why?
'Cause-
Oh.
Okay, let me explain. Like,
I'ma sip
it's
my drink.
One thing, you're in the club looking for people that you're attracted to. Like, for you to be attracted to a certain type of person. Like, it's a certain type of nigga that's gonna wear a romper.
But you was attracted to
Nah,
him, though.
Cam Newton wore a romper, and y'all was loving that shit with a little fucking straw hat on and shit.
What you mean, y'all?
Cam was pulling him. They was
Well,
like, yo, I
pulling-
love his style. Because he
Pulling
got
him.
money.
He's extravagant. That's what they
He's extravagant.
he is. I'm trying to remember who Cam Newton is. Who he play for?
Football player.
He used to play for the Panthers.
The Panthers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking. Is that the one that like wore like the
Yeah,
hat
the big
and
hats.
Yeah.
shorts
Yeah.
and-
Same
okay.
dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Either way, it could be Cam Newton. It don't have to be him. But you saw what you liked. He's a nice guy. The only problem is
In the
what
face.
he's wearing.
I mean, because let's face it, like what you wear says a little bit about your personality. Like your style is kind of a reflection of your personality.
Okay, and what Marcus just said, a female will wear the shortest dress with the titties out, and if a dude be like she dressed like a whore,
Why I gotta be a whore?
Okay,
though?
prostitute.
But even a prostitute, like it's regular
Working
females
girl.
that wear little dresses and stuff. Like it's more than just working girls that wear little dresses.
But
and
y'all got
stuff.
the same
Like, I don't-
uniform on. So, like, why is it
It's not a uniform. What do you mean uniform?
okay, but still, the
No.
double standard is clearly there.
It's not, because anybody should be able to wear what they want and not be judged, or I wouldn't say not be judged. It depends on what you're being judged for. Like, it's not okay to walk up to somebody and be like, what the fuck you wearing a romper for? Like,
But
that's
as
not
soon
okay.
as I said, Buddy was
But-
everything you want from aesthetically just seeing him.
Nice guy.
And you was like, but he got a romper on. You was like,
I
oh,
don't know.
hell no.
I'm
But
like,
you could change that
I'm
though.
like-
You could change up your style. Like
that's true. I wouldn't date a guy with the intent to change him, but I mean, it's true. That might be something he tried or whatever, and I don't
and that
know.
just you just like, nope, nah, not today, nigga. We're not doing that.
I'm sorry, but what you wear says a lot about your personality, and that goes for females too. Like, even if the chick is has her breast out and a short skirt and stuff, if you're looking for a conservative chick, then you're probably not gonna really head towards that girl. You're gonna head towards the girl with the long sleeve and like.
Nah, you still gonna walk over there.
I mean, if that's
Yeah,
what
like-
you're looking for.
I mean, I can see
I
it.
mean,
So I'm like, what's up?
because you could say, look, this is the type of environment where women wear this stuff. Women wear things like this to lounges, clubs, parties, or whatever. That doesn't mean she wears that doesn't mean she wears that every day. This is just her. What was Beyonce
true.
talking about? The fuck 'em dress or whatever? Like, or not
freak 'em
dress. That was Eddie Murphy with the fuck 'em dress. So
yeah.
She puts the freak 'em dress on, go out, have friends, have fun with her friends, dance around in a circle, stiff arming niggas all night, right? and then the next day, you know, she's a court reporter or some shit. Like, you just don't know. But
yeah.
I'm not,
or a teacher,
or a lovely, intelligent, beautiful teacher that's underpaid, right? So, okay, so what about skinny jeans then?
On guys?
Not a romper. He's got skinny jeans on.
Just some skinny jeans.
I actually don't mind skinny jeans to an extent because I feel like that's part of. First of all, it's gonna tell you about how old he is because that's kind of a. It's kind of an age thing. Like I know guys our age aren't really into skinny jeans, but like younger females wouldn't see anything wrong with that because that's part of the style. Like that's part of the generation. I remember when we were coming up, like my parents were like my brother like wanted baggy jeans, and my parents were like, "Why the hell are your jeans so big?" You know, but it was what it was, and you know the older people used to wear tight jeans, but I don't necessarily mind skinny jeans. I mean, as long as they're not like jeggings.
Like, as long as they're not too tight.
Right. Like, I don't.
Like, are those my pants?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Those are express.
He got to jump into them shits when he put them on.
Oh, man. If you see a dude jumping in some jeans, we ain't going out, bro.
They do have to. Some of them have to jump in them skinny
We ain't
jeans.
going out. Like, if you're like, I'm getting dressed and you bouncing, and what are you jumping up and down for?
But I think it looks horrible when you're trying to sag some skinny jeans. That shit's not cute. Just in case y'all were wondering.
Yeah, fellas, stop doing that, man. You making us all look bad.
It's like they're real baggy around the hips, but they real tight around the knees. It's like, nigga.
Right, yeah. It's like skin tight, and then they like bunching up around the hips. It's
like, what are you
pick
doing?
a struggle.
Ridiculous.
But the double standard is definitely there. And this goes back to what Marcus was saying about the anxiety a dude gets going out. We are literally like picking everything. We're making sure that the shoes is clean.
Man.
Even though they're going to get trampled on, like if you're going to the club, but even going to the mall, like if you're going there hoping to meet somebody, well, you can't just step out the house in a wrinkled t-shirt and all of that and hope to meet somebody because
and we can?
Yes.
Honestly, yes.
Oh, please.
No.
Yes.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Am I doing this or are you?
I'm sorry. I remember going through the same things, like picking out my outfit, trying to make sure, you know, I'm showing just enough but not too much, and, you know, making sure my hair was done and it wasn't going to get frizzy.
No,
and
look.
like, I remember we go through the same things trying to pick out what we wear and trying to represent ourselves the way we want to.
Can go to the mall in some sweatpants.
This is true.
And a t-shirt. And it can be the sexiest shit we'd have ever seen if we like you.
Okay, but are we talking about the mall or are we talking about the club? Because that's two different things.
The club, all right, well, y'all just ain't gonna get in if y'all ain't got on the outfit. Y'all are wearing that for the bouncer, but you ain't wearing it for the dudes. If a dude is in there and he thinks you're cute, y'all put on the sexy dress and do your eyebrows and stuff so other russets don't talk about y'all. That got nothing to do with us.
That is not true.
I have never seen a dude go to the bar and be like, hey, you gonna holler at shorty? Nah, man, you see her eyebrows, bro.
You see her shoes?
You haven't?
No dude is doing that.
I'm sorry, but if a chick come in there looking crazy, you're not gonna holler at her.
You are crazy.
Like,
Crazy? No, there's looking crazy and there's she came in there as she is. I respect that more.
As she is. What do you mean?
Like she didn't come in there with a pound of makeup on her face.
Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. Like you don't have to. You don't have to wear a pound. Y'all don't have to wear a pound of makeup.
No,
like,
but
just
we better have a haircut.
No, because all we
there.
got is ugly. If you either look good or you ugly as a dude. There ain't no makeup.
Ain't too much we can do.
That's it. Like you got what you got as a man.
I've seen ugly dudes pull them, so
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
that's why like Friday the barbershop be packed. Because there is only so much we can do. We can show up to the club with a Coast of Africa hairline. That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be and then that's the other thing too. Females care a lot about what their friends is saying. So if we don't look good, your girl's gonna be like, you leaving with him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like you with the dude in the romper scenario. them girls gonna like, you ain't leaving with Cat with the romper.
You are not leaving with that nigga with that cross colors on over there. You got cross colors and you gonna leave with him? Oh shit!
Like, is that RP-55? Like, no,
God.
you ain't going
Is that
out.
South Pole? Jesus, look at his Air Force Ones. They're dusty.
You ain't living it down if you fucking do with Pele shoes on. In 2020.
Well, here's the
not.
not Pele. Like, here's the thing. Like, okay, here's the difference between men and women in a little nutshell as far as who you'll date and what you're attracted to. It came out maybe a couple of weeks ago where the young ladies in the military were doing this shit where they were in their uniform, in their military uniform, and then they were throwing the hat at the camera, and then they were dressing in their regular, like, go out shit, right?
Yeah, the don't rush.
The don't rush challenge.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, young lady. Don't rush challenge. Military people, right? The next week, I believe, it was the same type of deal, except it was Army women. So I think the first time it was Air Force. I'm sorry, the first time it was Army. The second time it was Air Force, right? The third week, it was women wearing postal shit, like postal workers. Fucking, hey, this is me how I look right now, and this is me when I get dressed to go to work. And dudes is loving this shit, right? Like, oh man, you go ahead, you look good either way, shorty. You doing your thing. What did women return with? Pilots. Airplane pilots throwing their fucking hat and doing the dress to go out thing. Like, we went from military people to postal workers. Women strike back with airplane pilots. What the fuck? That's not even like what? Like, why couldn't it have been postal workers? Why couldn't it have been fucking garbage men?
Hold on. Couldn't it have been? I'm confused. Were the men the airplane pilots?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I have actually like been following that hashtag, and there's a lot of them out there. Like, I've seen more than one of doctors. I've seen a lot.
Oh yeah, the doctors they were
men
men too. The doctors were men too, by the way.
Yeah, I've seen fraternities doing it. I saw one with like old like zaddy dudes doing it. Like, it'd be like they'd be looking like granddaddies in one picture, and then the next picture they like clean as fuck.
Okay, well hold on though. So it was okay. The men are bigging up the military women and the postal workers. The women strike back with pilots and doctors.
They strike back. I'm confused.
It's because the men don't give a fuck. As long as if you can pull off what you're doing and you look good, we don't give a fuck about your occupation or what you do. It don't matter.
Yeah, I think that's his whole point. It don't matter. Like, it don't matter.
Women are like, oh, you a doctor or a pilot? Shit.
That's that sprinkle, like you said, set yourself apart.
Hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm a doctor. You know what I mean? I know a lot of women that only. I got a couple of doctor friends. They're not great people, but they get asked because they're doctors. That's the line. That's like, yeah, I'm a doctor, or yeah, you know, I work over here at NASA. Oh shit, damn, for real?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because that's the level of success, and that's what people look for. Is
no, men don't look for that. Men just want you to be down.
You're bad. No.
I'm just telling you.
Raise your bar.
Okay. Now that's gonna be a whole different. I'm not gonna do that. We need to get off. Off this.
I get what you're saying now. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because I already know. I got a feeling where your brain is going. We'll be here for another 3 hours.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh man. Yeah. One of the reasons I was like, you know what, let's have a female on. One, the outcry. Not outcry. I won't call it that. That gives it a negative connotation. This is our 3 month right now. This is 3 months of doing the pod, man. Consistently every Sunday, man. Every Sunday. So once again, thank y'all that have like given us the feedback and followed from week to week. I'm gonna let the next topic be dealer's choice. Marcus, I know you already know what we had on the list. I don't even want to know where you're going. Pick one.
Let me see.
Because we got about another half an hour, and I know the comedy corner is gonna take up some time. So,
all right, let's do it like this. I don't want to do another one that's directly at the women. That'd be bad. All right, let's do it.
I don't think that's a bad thing when a female is on.
All right,
because
all right.
if we do it when there isn't a female on, they go,
It's
well, see,
unfair.
y'all need a female, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, I'm here to dig in that ass, so you might as well.
Oh, okay. Dig that ass. All right, I've made my decision.
Uh-oh.
Why is it that women only care about home wreckers when it's their home getting wrecked?
I mean, if it's my home, my homegirl's home, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no.
No, I care.
I don't think that's
I
true.
personally care.
I don't think it's true either.
I don't think that's true because let's run
explain.
it down real quick, okay? I made a little list here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's called
He came with notes.
home wreckers.
You found where do you even look up a list of home wreckers on the internet?
I had a little time.
Okay, quarantine. Feel you.
Okay. I had some quarantine time to look up these ratchet home wreckers. All right. Number one, we're just gonna start with this one. What's this lady's name? Anita Parrish.
Oh,
Kevin Hart's wife.
Kevin Hart's, yeah, and that's a myth. But go
It's
ahead.
not a myth.
It is.
What is it, dry land? What the fuck?
She did not wreck his home.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Keep going.
But he was cheating with her, right? That's not a myth.
According to his documentary, he was not.
Really?
That is true. Because black men don't
Really?
cheat, so.
No, I mean that's what
This
he
nigga
said.
got
I don't
caught
know if-
fucking on camera and said it was his homeboy's
yes.
fault that they weren't around.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, you're not. Okay. I'm confused.
You think about the chick?
I was thinking about how they met. How Kevin met his wife. It was rumored that he met Anita cheating on his first wife. That's what I was referring to.
That's what I'm referring to
But-
also. You brought up what he
he's-
put in the documentary when he didn't really tell the truth in the documentary.
I mean, not just that. Actually, I actually watched the reality TV show that his first wife was on, and she actually said that they had broken up. I mean, they weren't divorced, but they had broken up.
so they're
when
not
he
divorced.
got
Okay,
with-
not divorced.
As-
I'm
as far
wonder
as she-
why they broke up.
As far as she knew.
It's a lot of money
wonder
involved.
why
I think I'd lie
Wonder why they
too.
broke up. All right, let's do another one.
But go ahead. Go with keep going.
Gabrielle Union. Nobody
I'm not familiar with that.
dusts her off when they find out that she was fucking around with Dwayne Wade while he was married. Matter of fact, according to his ex-wife, he was fucking both of them while they were trying to, reconcile their marriage. But she's in Gatorade commercials now and shit.
Interesting. Okay.
You didn't hear that?
No, I didn't. I want to say I heard a little bit of it, but I mean, honestly, like when it comes to Hollywood, you hear this a lot when marriages are close together or when relationships are close together. Like people assume a lot of stuff. So I guess I just didn't take it as at face value. But yeah, I didn't know that. But if they were, I could see that happening though. If him and his wife were separated, and when you're separated from your spouse, like that's a decision y'all need to make whether you can see other people or not. And he's seeing Gabrielle, and then they decide to reconcile, and then I don't know if at that point I don't know if she really is a home wrecker if the home was already wrecked. I'm not really.
We're gonna reattack that at the end of this. We're gonna reattack that one. Okay.
I'm not taking up for her.
Okay.
I taste some
just saying.
Kool-Aid.
We're gonna reattack. Hey, fun fact: Dwayne Wade had a baby while cheating on Gabrielle Union while they were dating. Woo.
Yes, that is a fact.
Okay,
That is
a fact. All right, let's do another one. Kim Kardashian. Anybody care about that? How she wrecked Amber Rose and Kanye West because he was boning her on the side?
Yeah.
Oh.
No? Okay.
Didn't know
That's a
that
fun one.
because I don't care about the
But
You
Kardashians.
don't
check
care
it
about
out.
the
Like,
Kardashians?
all
Okay.
of
can't
these
stand them
examples,
hoes.
like whether you care about them or not, female television and like the Real Housewives type of shows and things of that, they're kind of geared around relationship drama and cheating and all of that good stuff. And y'all soak it up wholeheartedly.
Not all of them, but
Wait a minute.
I think-
Nigga ain't done. I got two more.
All right, go for it.
Giselle, what's her last name? Bunchton, the lady that married Tom Brady. While
the model.
while Tom Brady's wife was pregnant at the time.
Oh yeah, she was the mashed potatoes and gravy
Ooh.
KFC. A whole.
And what
side.
do people do? What
Like,
do people do? People are like, oh, she's such an entrepreneur and she's a mogul. She's great. But nobody talks about
didn't
the
know
fact.
that either.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, this is the last one because I do have a few more, but fuck them. The last one is one I do know you know about. So don't even try to give me that pleading the fifth shit. Okay.
that bullshit.
Alicia Keys.
Uh-huh.
Alicia Keys
Yeah.
was singing Swiss
What?
Beats while he was with his wife.
Okay.
But nobody says fucking
quiet
nothing
now.
about Alicia Keys. She hosting award shows
it's
and
Alicia
shit.
Keys.
She hosting award
because
shows.
it's Alicia Keys.
I mean, yeah, okay. So from what I understand, that one has been disputed also. Like,
Come on, man.
did Alicia and Swiss come out and say that it was
His
true?
wife did.
Why would they do
His
that?
wife came out
I mean,
multiple
but-
times saying that Alicia Keys was creeping up through the back while she was going out through the front. That ain't no secret.
Yeah, I know his wife said it, but
Now you don't believe the wife?
I mean,
When it comes to
because
now you don't believe the woman right now? Do you not believe the woman right now, Terry?
You know what?
Come on, T.
You're not gonna do this to me
Okay.
because I never said always believe the
All right.
woman. Some hoes be lying. I'm sorry, but it's true. Some of them do lie,
just saying.
especially if they're salty about a breakup. All I'm saying is I don't know. I don't know what happened at the end of his marriage and at the beginning of his relationship with Alicia Keys.
Okay.
I didn't hear him say it out of his mouth. I didn't hear her say anything.
Who says that?
And I didn't hear his wife. I didn't hear his wife. You're saying
But-
his wife said that. It's
But who
cheating,
says it? But who comes
I
out
don't
and says, yeah, we was cheating the whole time?
That Fifth Amendment coming in handy right now.
I mean,
boy.
not many people, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe that answers your question why people only care when it's their house, because that's the one you can verify. Like, that's how you know that it's true. Otherwise, it's just speculation.
Okay.
It's just media celebrity news, is what you're saying?
Right. And I mean,
That's what
and
we're going with?
a lot of stuff gets, I'm sorry, but a lot of stuff gets blown out of proportion. When relationships are close together like that, like, people start assuming stuff and little assumptions turn into big stories. And I mean, at that point,
For them,
you
but
don't really
for
know.
regular Joe Schmo nigga that, like, got either caught out there or in a misconception, he ain't gonna get that same benefit of the doubt.
Ain't no rope.
Nah, zero. It's gonna be he did it, and I ain't no media backing. TMZ ain't gonna help
At
me.
all.
But who cares? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I know
who cares
that's the
about him?
point though. That's the point though. Like, nobody cares about him, but Alicia Keys gets a pass because she made Fallen and stalked a dude on You Don't Know My Name.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is,
Bitch, I just want to eat my waffles. Why are you in my face?
What I'm saying is, regular Joe Schmo's relationship is not in the limelight. It's not under a microscope for people to even consider or even pass a judgment on.
No,
So-
but the scenario's the same. It's still a
Wouldn't it be
hearsay
worse
thing
though?
for the most
if it was
part.
if he was in the limelight, it should be worse. Like, if you're a dude and you like, they murdered Brad Pitt over hurting poor Jennifer Aniston and going with
Yeah, they did.
and going with Angelina Jolie. He was a fucking evil person. He was the worst person. But nobody said shit about Angelina Jolie. It was like, okay, you know what I think it is? I think I found out.
You know
I
what?
think
Fuck, if they lie on a dude, period. Johnny Depp, like, his career was almost done.
yeah.
100%. And we was out watching Aquaman and everything else, and Heard was doing all right. And then you come to find out that she was actually making up stuff and lying.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no repercussion for it. There's no repercussion for that sort of behavior. But the dudes tend to get dragged worse in every scenario, be it cheating or abuse or any of it.
I would adjust that statement a little bit. I believe that the married person gets dragged worse for cheating, because you're the one who made the commitment.
You're in control of it?
So, right. So the side chick didn't make a commitment. She might be a bad person for breaking up a home or whatever, but she didn't make that commitment to your wife. You made that commitment to your wife. So that is your responsibility to uphold that commitment.
Just like you just said, though, like, you can't call him a home wrecker if the house is already wrecked. right? So it just depends on what was going on, and those
Yeah.
intricacies aren't gonna get brought up in the media. They're gonna
No,
focus
they're
on
not. They're gonna, yeah.
the cheating part because that's the
That's-
headline.
That is very true.
That's the story.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the other part of that is that in the examples that I put out there, I think I said most of them, they all got married to the guy that they were cheating with.
Yeah.
So I think that's the part of it too. Like, yeah, we were cheating, but we also got married after he left her. So that makes it
I
okay.
think that it doesn't make it okay, but I think it kind of takes a little bit of the sting away from it because it's like, you're not just cheating. It's not just like ridiculous cheating. Like, you more than likely fell in love with someone else, or, shit happens and your relationship wasn't working and you happen to fall in love with someone else. And depending on how you chose to end one relationship and begin another, it could get really like hairy in that area. Like, it could get really like messy.
True.
So,
True.
I mean,
That's all I got.
that's
That's all I got. I think I'll rest my case on women don't care as long as it ain't them or their homegirls, because then they can hate the man together.
Oh yeah, that's always a bottle of wine fun right there.
I disagree though, because if I know you're a homewrecker, don't come in my home. Period.
No, but women do that though, right? Don't they like back each other just for the sake of that's my girl?
Yeah.
No.
You cheated
No?
because
Like-
What do you
you
mean
cheated
back?
because you needed something that he wasn't giving you.
No, I don't.
Well, no. All right.
No.
I'm taking it out of the three of us. Like, to our
Okay.
listeners, when you hear this, like, sort of scenario, and this is just in general, maybe I'm being broad here. If the woman cheats, women will come to her bat online in comments and things of that nature saying, well, obviously she wasn't getting what she needed at home. If a dude cheated, there's just no excuse. And I
Okay.
think females get a pass on that for the reason, hold on. I see that Tanita is on the way. I think women, because and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Hit me up in the comments. Tell me at Legal Opinions podcast on Instagram. Women are more emotional than men. Mm-hmm. You're emotional creatures. So the emotional connection, if you're not getting it from the dude you're with, women will almost make it seem like it's okay to go get it from another dude if you are lacking it. It's like, well, girl, you won't supposed to live without. He got to step up, blah, blah, blah. If a dude does it, they just go, oh, well, it was probably physical and he just wanted some from somewhere else. And it's like, oh, all devoid of emotion. I think women get more upset at if a dude actually has emotional attachment to another female. It's not the physical act. It's the emotional attachment to it.
I would agree with that.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I was going to say, in that respect, I feel like men get more of a pass sometimes when cheating. Like, a lot of times men are forgiven more often because it's not considered, like, a lot of times when men cheat, it's not emotional. It's just,
It's physical.
because they can, or whatever their motives may be. But when a female cheats, like, a lot of female, not all, but a lot of females like have to actually develop another emotional connection to another guy to cheat. So then it's like, whoa, like you cheated on your husband and like your heart is with another person. Like, that's deeper than just going out and fucking somebody. So I would feel like that was, it's kind of flipped in my eyes. Like, guys get more of a pass in that instance than females do.
I don't think guys get a pass on that. Like, that's
Well,
wild.
guys. I mean,
But-
if the pass is you get to come back in the house and you get you
Yeah.
get to make up for your indiscretion.
Oh, that pass. Okay.
Right,
I was
yeah.
thinking of the pass in a different way. Okay. All right. I was thinking about it in the sense of, like, we not getting a pass on the emotional side of things. So, okay.
Nah,
You
that's-
talking about him letting her back
That's
in the
your
house.
ass for 7 years, nigga. I mean, so it's like you break a mirror. It's 7 years of bad luck. Yeah. That's about right.
If you break that
Break
pussy,
that pussy.
can't break
If you break in there,
seven
7 years.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think case closed there. Huh?
What's next?
That
Hit me. What's your comedy question? You always got one in the pocket that you're like.
Well, no, I mean, I think you started off with it, and I want to get back into it. You were on. I'm sorry. Let me back up. This is the portion of the podcast.
Oh my God.
Segment is called "Ask Sam a Question About Comedy."
We got to get you a sound drop for that.
Working title.
Working title. Yeah, working title.
Right,
okay.
So you kind of led on with it a little bit, but we're not gonna let you skip over that, my brother. So you said you were on a syndicated TV show.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, your boy was on the big screen. You small. I don't know how big your TV is. Shit. I was up there though. I don't know if you got the tube TV or whatever you want to call it. 25 words or less. Hopefully, they will rerun the episode several times. And it's a game show, but let me tell y'all, like, none of this Hollywood shit is easy. And I had a couple people ask me, like, how did you get up there? And I want y'all to know, I wasn't allowed to talk about this until now. Like, this is one of them, you sign contracts, after the show airs, you can talk about it. So, and some of it's going to be in my comedy routine. So I'm not even going to say that shit on the pod. But, I didn't go and I want to do game shows. I didn't go down to LA and just go to audition for game shows. I got on this show just because people, especially in the pod group, I think a couple people asked me, how did I get on it and what's the audition process? There is an audition process, but I didn't go down there with the express intent for it. I had a reputation for doing other pilots. I did some pilots for the CW. I did some pilots for another network that I can't name right now because there's some things that's happening. And they called me. They were like, we think your personality would be great for this. Okay. So I ended up going down there, and they were like, yeah, we was right. Your reputation. I think a lot of people go down there thinking you just got to be charismatic in LA. And as much as that's true, they also care if you're not an asshole. Right. They care if you're professional. They care if you're on time. And I ended up on 25 words or less. So, long story short, if you saw the episode, great. If not, by the time this airs, hopefully it'll even be on their YouTube channel. So you can stop now and go watch the episode. I'm not even going to say how it ends so that y'all can go check it out. One of the best days of my life in LA, bro. Easily.
What was the process
I got
like?
to meet Tisha. The process of the audition thing was, you sitting in a room with a bunch of people, and they're just trying to see who's authentic. Like, who are you? And if you go in there, these people see people in LA all day trying to be somebody that they're not. They can smell fake. And I learned that, like, early on. That was something somebody told me. It was like, don't go in there and try and put on a character that you made up in the car on the way there. Like, don't do it. Because they're going to notice. And it was so many people in there trying to put on, man. And none of those people ended up on the show. Like, seriously. It's that simple. But I ended up there on the show. They don't tell you what celebrities you're going to meet.
Okay.
Because for obvious reasons. They don't want you, it ain't like back in the day where you just didn't have access to these people. Like, you can go and try and find them on Instagram and all of that sort of shit. But I end up walking in, and Mary Lynn Radcliffe, her last name has like 4 consonants in a row, so I always mess it up. But I love her for the simple fact, and this went back to you. This is one of them days that made me go, yo, this is me and Marcus's shit full circle. We sat back in the day talking about 24. Mary Lynn is the chick that played Chloe on 24.
There you go.
Right? And I'm like, yo, like, I've been wanting to meet you like all my life. I love that show. You was one of my favorite characters up there, She was in Night School too, so I brought that up because you can't bring up some shit that an actor did fucking 20 years ago, and be like, I loved you in that. And be like, I'm still alive though. I'm doing some other shit.
How was Night School? Did you have a good time?
She had fun on Night School. Wilson Cruz, cool cat. And I'm gonna be honest, like at that point, like I was like, I know his face, but I hadn't really seen a lot of his work because I just didn't watch the shows he was on. But dude is a crazy talented actor. Like definitely look up Wilson Cruz. And he wanted them pretty boy light skinned cats, bro. That like to take your girl chick.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah.
He hella smooth, bro, hella smooth. But I got to meet Tisha Campbell. You already know, like, Martin Lawrence is my guy.
Yeah.
Martin was my show.
Can't say that to her though.
Tisha Campbell
you
comes.
can't talk to her about that nigga though.
I did not bring up Martin. I did not. I'm smarter than that, bro. And I didn't know. And at that point, like, this got filmed a while ago. You know, I didn't know if they had squashed it or not. But I just knew I wasn't gonna be the guy to make her frown. You feel me? Like, you know, and it was amazing to walk around the corner and her come up and be like, "Hi, you must be Sam." And she gave me a hug. Y'all listening right now, man? I gotta tell you, Tisha Campbell smells so good, bro.
Hey, does she smell like my mama biscuits?
My mama biscuits. Yeah, it would have been bad if she smelled like my mama bird if she had killed that, you know. Yeah, man. No, for real. Tisha Campbell is a sweetheart. It was one of them bucket list moments of like getting to meet somebody that you always wanted to meet, let alone get to like play a game with that's being filmed for TV. Like it was cool. Tisha Campbell ended up on the other team. Y'all will see that when y'all see the episode, man. And like, I'm not gonna ruin how the episode went, who won, all that good stuff. But y'all got to check it out. And Wilson Cruz, man, like, if circumstance is different, he's a cat that I was like, yo, I could probably kick it with this cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is that cool. Real cool dude. He's on Star Trek Discovery. My So-Called Life. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's a working actor. Mega cool cat, man. Brooklyn cat. You know what I'm saying? So
you got Tim's on?
No, I don't think he was allowed to have.
Did he call you son?
Yeah. No, he didn't call me son or B.
God?
Nah, none of that. No Aki.
No Aki?
Nah, he ain't give me the Aki.
He ain't give you no Aki Fina? That's disappointing.
But yeah. But nah, like I was on the team with Mary, aka Chloe, and Wilson. They were on my team on the show. And that was a blessing in disguise. I'm telling you, please make sure y'all check it. It comes on Fox. You got to check your local listings. If you go to www.25words.com, you can look up and see like when, where it's coming on, if it's indicated, what episode number, all of that good stuff. But boy, like, talk about feeling like a star. Like, they put makeup on your boy.
Okay.
Like, not for real, as a dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh, I don't need no makeup. They put makeup on.
Make you feel more attractive?
When they tell you to go to makeup?
Did it make you feel more attractive after you got dusted up, son?
Bruh, I'm sitting there with my eyes closed. They putting this shit on you, right? Not shit, but, I'm thinking I don't need makeup. When I tell you I was pretty, my nigga.
Tell them.
Dog, I was dainty. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I didn't know I could. And then too, like, people been sending me like pictures and clips. Thank y'all so much. Of me on the show. And I'm like, I look good on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all need to holler at your boy, Hollywood. Like, I can be that. If y'all reboot a different world, like, let your boy be Mr. Gaines or something. Like, holla at me. I mean, it's grownish, but I could be Mr. Gaines. You know what I'm saying? I could be Colonel Taylor. We could do this.
You be a nigga working in the
I'm ready for it.
In the cafeteria. Mr. Gaines serving up that fried chicken. But a check is a check.
And I told Whitley, like, it could be me. It could be me. But for real, like, that was one of them days, like, you leave out of the studio, like, are y'all going to let me back in? Because you feel like a star for a little bit, man. They treat you so good on them sets, even when you're just a contestant like that. I've done the movie thing, too. I think some of y'all know I was in Man of Steel. And on that set, I learned a lot about budget. You're talking about movie budgets? Do you know what I think a lot of that money, like where it goes? I think it goes into food,
I was about to say that, but I think so too. Feeding a bunch of motherfuckers? I
really do. Bro, I mean, we up there on Man of Steel set, and I'm, at the time, still military, like active duty military. So I'm not thinking that we're going to get treated the way Amy Adams is going to get treated, the way Henry Cavill is going to get treated, right? And when we broke for lunch, and the caterer pulled up, I'd never seen shrimp that big. And I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not trying to make it sound Hollywood. They were feeding us the same filet mignon and shrimp and potatoes and whatever else that they was eating. And I'm sitting there with Amy Adams eating lunch. And it's like, yo, like, I know one of these plates is a good $40 meal. But as much as they're trying to feed you good, they also like, yo, we're shooting a 13-hour day today. You know what I'm saying? So like everybody energy got to be up. Can't nobody be hollering they hungry in the middle of a set.
Desert.
You know, in the desert at that.
Yeah.
You know, coffee just flowing. You know, like you can go up, and I had never seen up until that point. Well, I mean, I still have only seen it in a corporate setting. A Keurig, you know, you put your pod in, you make your cup, you open it, you throw your pod out for the next person. This Keurig was like you put your pod in and make your cup of coffee, and when you like pull your cup of coffee out, that thing ejected the pod for you. Like we ain't got time for this shit.
Oh
damn. Like it was cold, bruh. It was absolutely cold. I had an awesome conversation with Harry Lennox on the set that was like mind blowing and life changing for real. Yo, what?
I just feel like he talks like that. Maybe he talks
because of the 5 heartbeats or what?
Let me tell you something.
It's
Let me tell you something. Like, damn, nigga. Why you?
He ain't Fire Marshal Bill.
I just don't understand why he talks like that. He always mouths over.
Are we talking about the same person?
Yes, nigga. You talking about the tall, light skinned nigga?
Yeah, Dresser. Show me your best combination, Dresser.
Yeah. Now, show me your best combination.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much for me.
What? Look, now I hear it. Because when Buddy said that to him, he just said, what?
See what I'm saying, dog? I'm not making this shit up, man. That's how he talks.
You could have had him come talk to me.
Man, that movie, they need to remake that shit.
No, they don't. It's perfect, just the way it is.
It's not perfect, man.
You're not going to find another Eddie King Jr., man, from 5 Heartbeats. You're not. Who could play Eddie King right now?
No,
nobody. Well, Mahershala Ali?
Yeah.
No,
he's too serious.
He's way too serious.
He's not too serious.
I don't know.
He can't. Is there a heart in the house tonight?
You don't know that.
I don't feel like it needs to be remade.
I do. I'm the only one.
I'm the only one who knows that. What do you mean? They remake shit all the time.
That'd be like them trying to remake Shawshank Redemption. It's impossible.
Is it impossible to remake Shawshank?
No, I think they can remake
because that nigga still look the same. Just get another white dude.
Morgan Freeman still playing the same part.
That's true.
He look the same.
That is very true.
No. Tim Robbins?
Get somebody else.
You can't find a white dude that looks like a killer that didn't do nothing.
That's not true.
I take that back. I take that all the way back.
Yeah.
10 different white people popped in my head.
Right. Just fire them off.
Yeah, you're right. I take that all the way back. But yeah, man, like this Hollywood thing is a trip. The ups and downs of it. People be like, when you going to do something else? And I'm like, yo, this shit is not easy. And check it out. I happen to air April 29th. And right now we're in an epidemic where people don't know if certain types of television are coming back.
Right.
So for real, I mean, I take it as a, if you want to call it bucket list or what, this isn't even my first game show, but this is the first one that I had like a spot in that was substantial. So, I'm like, man, what if this was the last time that I would even have the opportunity to do TV like that?
For sure.
Like the short films that I did, like Reception and those things, those are like, wow, we did that at a time that might be forever changed now because of what's going on in the world. So I'm looking at all of that shit as a win now.
Let me ask you this, just to give people a perspective on how long something can take, because not everything is overnight. Not everything is, fucking instant grits, right? So,
right.
How long did it take from the day that you were there to the day that it aired for that whole thing to happen and for it to come out?
Man, it's been at least 6 months. It's been at least 6 to 8 months since I filmed it. And like anything you do on TV, if you're not like Tom Cruise, they're not gonna film Mission Impossible and then be like, hey man, you just didn't make the cut. We doing this whole shit without you. When you going down there, the other pilots that I've done, they might shoot 10 of them and use 4. Because they might be like, whoever was up there, they weren't charismatic enough. They don't represent our brand. They're companies. They can do what they want to do. And I filmed it, and even though the day of, like, I was talking to the producer, I was talking to Tisha Campbell and all of them, and they was all, yo, like, this one was gold. This one is going to go. You still don't know. They could be gassing you. I found out in about, which is really fast, about 4 days. They were like, yeah, we're definitely using this one.
Nice.
But it was still like a 7-month wait. Then they were like, we'll hit you up with a date that it's going to air. Until it airs, you can't say anything. You can't tell people what happened. You can't tell people how it's going to, obvious stuff. Shit, they were less stringent when I did the court TV show. So it's different. It's different. But it took a
when
while.
You owned the studio?
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day when he was making them beats.
Ricky Rocco Lawson.
Sammy Fresh.
That's it. Fresh.
That's good.
Oh man, but yeah, like it makes it so hard to like tell the kids I'm not famous when they see me doing shit like that. I'm like, son, I promise. Like we can go to Target and be regular ass niggas.
Nah. Just do it like I'm famous. You're not. Relax.
Like, and you ain't getting none of this bread.
Just calm down. Don't tell your friends nothing. You ain't rich. I'm rich, nigga.
You ain't.
You ain't. I own everything in this motherfucker, including you.
Yep, your Fortnite account, everything. Like, all of it is mine.
Shut all that down. I'll turn these lights off. It'll be lights on in one room.
Oh, man. I feel like, you know what? Marcus tends to be right a lot, y'all.
About what? What was I right about?
I was just looking at how long we've been podding. He was like, whenever we add a person, like last time we had Anita on, I think the pod went to like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it's just because there's a third voice to,
a third perspective.
Yeah, just to get, to get stuff off. Like we didn't even get to rainbow fish, and I was excited about that with a teacher on, but
why not?
But I mean, we can close on rainbow fish.
Close it out on rainbow fish. Little
all
rainbow
right,
bitch.
All right. Not a rainbow bitch. Hey, all right. I for whatever reason, when there's a female on, more women listen. Okay. Y'all have probably read children's books to your kids. A good friend of mine told me that he was reading a book, or it was, for his school or whatever school is now, with them being out. The book Rainbow Fish to read to your kids. This is a children's book. So long story short, one, if you're listening right now on Spotify or even YouTube, you can pause it and you can go find anybody reading this book. It's a very, very famous children's book where there's a fish in the ocean with rainbow scales. Okay. This fish is an asshole. That's important to note. Yep. Okay.
Not very nice.
The fish is a jerk. He's not a very nice fish. This is a children's story.
He bougie.
He's
bad and bougie. He's got rainbow scales, so he the flyest, bougie, rude fish in the ocean, okay? He goes through a neighborhood, and these other fish, the blue fish, regular-ass, blue-ass fish, ain't got no rainbow scales. They like his scales. They're like, it would be nice to have some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Can I have one? And he was like, nah, I'm not giving you none of my scales. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you talking about? Like, nah, that's not even going to be a thing or whatever. So, and y'all correct me if I'm, didn't they make him go see the octopus? They said you should go talk to the octopus?
Yes, but to back up, when he swam up to the fish and the crab, right, the first time, nobody asked him for shit. They just left because he was an asshole.
Right. But they still liked his swag.
No, they didn't like his swag because he was like, y'all like my scales? And they was like, nigga. And then they swam off or whatever that looks like for a fish, okay? So then there was the one fish after that asked him for the scale. So it was just one fish that was like, yo, let me get one of them scales, son.
One dude asked for it.
It was one broke boy out there trying to get a scale.
All right, now I'm just trying to get a backstory so people know what we're talking about. And y'all have got to definitely go and check this out. But so this is the moral. He goes to the octopus in the neighborhood, and the octopus was telling him basically he needs to see how he feels after he gives somebody a scale, right? Am I wrong?
That's right.
More or less, yeah.
Okay, so he goes back, he gives up one of his rainbow scales, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's cool."
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit. Now, this is what my homeboy hit me. He was like, "Man, I was reading this story with my son, and I was like, the moral of this story is if you share, And this is children's books. And the reason we're having this I know some of y'all is like, why the fuck are they talking about children's book? When you are in school, think about the stories we used to read, like the Berenstain Bears and, the Green Eggs and Hams and stuff. All of those were designed to, like, have a moral of the story, the Curious George books and all of that. And in an adult mind, I was like, if I'm the rainbow fish, even if my attitude is jacked, but I come to the neighborhood and I got something that everybody else want, are we supposed to be teaching kids, just give them shit and they'll be cool with you? That's what I took. And I was like, no. That's what my homeboy was like, no, I'm not going to tell my son he got to go and give up something that he done worked for or got by nature, nurture. But, hey, dude over there that you don't even know don't have one. So you should probably just give him one so he'll be happy. That's dumb. Like, that was one of the dumbest children's stories ever.
I disagree. I disagree.
Well, tell me more.
Okay, so it's been a while since I read this book because it's a kindergarten book. So it's been a really long time. So I went back and I listened to it and I wrote down a couple of parts from the book that are the actual moral of the story.
I hate when people come with notes trying to dispute shit I said.
Sorry. I mean, I'm an educator. This is what I do.
This is what I do. Educate motherfuckers.
So the octopus says, well, first of all, the fish went to the octopus because he was upset. He wasn't making any friends. Nobody liked him. And it was because he was an asshole, right? Because he had all this shiny stuff and he didn't want to share it with anyone. So the octopus says, you will no longer be the most beautiful, but you will be the most happy. So pretty much saying, like, you got all this shit, but you're an asshole. Like, you got all this shiny stuff, but you're not a good person. That's the moral of the story. So, and in the end, and he started off with the smallest scale he gave to his friend, right? And in the end, it said his most prized possessions had been given away, but yet he was happy. So the moral to me was that maybe you should share and be a nice person, and that stuff isn't going to make you happy because he had all them shiny scales, but he still won't happy. Right? So I feel like you're looking at it more from a human standpoint where if I give all my shit away, then I'm going to be happy. But it's more of it's a kid brain. You don't need to look into it that minutely. It's like, share.
I get the
and
whole
don't covet things.
Analogy of the scales being his, like, clothes. So, yeah, you can't take it as literal as, well, I mean, these are my scales. They grow on my body. Like, I'm not going to give you that.
Right.
I get that. But he don't owe them nothing.
It's not the point that he owes them anything. The point is that he had everything and he still wasn't happy.
Marcus.
He had all this stuff.
Yo.
That's what the scales represent, stuff. He had all this stuff and he still wasn't happy.
The scales represent things he worked for. At the very beginning of the story,
he ain't worked for the scales. He was born with the scales.
Can I finish?
Sorry.
Shit, can I start? So.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So, he says at the very beginning of the story, or the narrator says, he polished up his scales to make them nice and shiny. He swims over.
That to me is he worked for.
So he did. So he went over there. He polished his scales up. He goes fishing for compliments, right? So he goes to these little group of fish, and they leave because he's sitting there talking about, yo, check out my shit. Aren't I shiny? Why aren't y'all complimenting me? Like, what's going on? They dip. He goes to another fish. The fish is like, hey man, let me get one of those. He's like, nah, like I shine these all day. Why would I just?
He said, who do you think you are?
Why would I just give you one? Who do you think you are? Why would I just give you some shit that I would just work my ass off to get fresh, right? So the little fish is pissed off because he don't get no free shit. All right. Then he goes to the starfish. Yep. The starfish says, so the starfish is sitting there. The fish is talking at him. Don't you think I look good? Check out my scales. Every time a starfish tries to say a word, the fish breaks back in and says, why aren't you complimenting me? What's going on? So then the starfish says, go talk to the octopus. Octopus says, hey, Give away some of this shit and you'll be happy. So then he goes and he gives away a scale to one fish that wanted one. I got to give you something in order for you to be my friend. Then he goes and gives all the other fish scales because he wants friends. So now he's
wait, Marcus, hold on. Pause right there. That whole part about him having to do this to get friends. Now, going back to Anita's point, this is a children's book and we're thinking about it with our adult brains. Number one, an adult wrote this shit. Okay.
For children.
Okay. Perfect. Perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. Second, why are we teaching kids that from an adult standpoint even? Because I get what the author was trying to go for, but it missed the mark. It just missed the mark.
Teaching kids to share.
No.
Teaching them charity and teaching them that possessions don't make you happy.
Why do I have to dumb down myself in order for you to be my friend?
For everybody else to be a friend of yours.
No, that's not what it's saying though. It's not saying dumb yourself down because he even says in the book, I have plenty of them to spare. Like I have more.
But by the end of the story, he had none. He had nothing.
Zero. By the end of the story, he had given up all the stuff he polished, the stuff he worked on.
Cherished.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
He said, "I think
that ain't in them notes, Teach."
It says at the end of the story,
your most prized possession.
At the end of the story, he had given away all. So he was not shiny anymore. He was now dull like everyone else. But he had all the friends.
But he was happy.
Being a broke boy with the rest of these niggas. And you know what's funny? He gave hold on. No.
He had to be a broke nigga with the rest
you know what's
of the
funny?
crew.
He gave away all that. He gave away all his shiny shit to the other motherfuckers. Now they got his shit and he's got nothing.
But he was happy.
He got robbed.
Happy.
No.
He did not get robbed.
He a sucker.
Y'all are skewing the very wholesome moral of this story.
No, we're not.
Which is share with your friends. And things don't make you happy. Don't be a shitty person with all this shiny stuff and expect to be happy.
Things happen to make everybody else real happy, though,
Check
didn't
this out. He shared, but at the end of it, he shared. Everybody's got all his shit, and they didn't give it back to him. Like he's still swimming around, broke as fuck.
Everybody has some.
But everybody's got his shit, but he's got nothing. Now everybody's like, oh shit, we over here, we fresh. Look at that dull ass rainbow motherfucker.
Oh. He had friends.
Ain't no pot of gold on your rainbow no more.
He had friends. They were friends.
You say that, but you say he had friends, but he gave away all his shit. But at the end of that story, he's swimming around by himself.
Is he?
Yep. At the end of the story, he is alone again. And I'm telling you,
then why is he happy?
Huh?
Then why is he happy?
He was happy for the short while he was around them people that he gave his stuff to, and they was happy around him. So, in other words, he had to change who he was.
Way too much into this
story.
We're
not, though.
I think you're going too deep. It's a kid's book. It's not meant to.
Then why is he an asshole if it's a kid's book?
Because kids are assholes.
No, that's true.
I'm sorry.
Leave that in. Leave that in too.
Oh, that's staying in.
Especially to each other. It's true.
I'm telling you what happened. He moved into a new neighborhood. The bluefish, the starfish, and the octopus in the same gang.
Oh, Lord. Now y'all just writing.
No, they in the same gang. They was like, yo, you see that new flashy cat? We about to get all his shit.
Yeah.
And we gonna do it so smooth, he gonna think it's his idea.
Yep.
And that it's a good idea.
Y'all are corrupting the whole
They was like, yo,
now.
nigga, what size shoe you wear, my nigga? Oh, okay. You wear
Starfish was like
10, all right.
Starfish was like a blue. Call Aki the puss. Call Octopus.
What's up?
We gonna send old Bo when Rainbow come through. We gonna send him his way, and he gonna drop that knowledge on him. Everybody listen to Aki.
Yeah.
And when he leave, we gonna come up. We gonna have all his shit, man.
Straight up.
And he gonna be happy about it.
And then he gonna walk around the block and notice that after he done gave us all his shit, he by himself.
I think one thing that's important, though, is with this story is important that when you do read it to your child, if you do, or if they read it, It's important to have this conversation and, and explain to them that, no, you don't need to give away all your shit, but it is.
Nah, you tell them,
read this story.
You tell them, hey, if you give your shit away, you better get that shit back. Don't come back without that shit.
Yeah, don't be no sucker.
What are you talking? Don't do that. Then you're going to raise a bunch of
Nah, you can share.
assholes.
No, sharing is I let you borrow it and you give me my shit back when you done.
Sharing is you see a needy person and you feed them.
No, that's giving. That's giving.
That's giving. That's not sharing.
Sharing is you have old clothes that you don't need anymore.
No, that's giving. No, because after you wear that dirty shit, don't give it back to me.
That's what they did with the scales. They didn't give him his scales back.
Because he got robbed.
He did not get robbed.
He got took.
He gave it
simple
to
fish
them.
ass dude. Let me get some of them scales. Let me get a scale. Nigga, you better.
I think it's an important lesson to learn to not
get
stuff.
jacked.
Like,
I guarantee you afterwards they were sitting around like, I can't believe that shit worked. We got all his scales for the low ski.
But no, like, would you tell your kids to dumb themselves down to have friends?
not dumb themselves down, but don't be an asshole. Hell, I literally tell my kids that all the time. Like, don't be an asshole to people. Don't be mean to people and expect them to like you. And I mean, if you have something and you can share, then share.
No,
like,
I know what I mean is if let's say like this. Let's say you have a kid and he's a fucking phenomenal basketball player, right? Mm. And he's got all the shine in the world. Like, he's not an asshole. Because that's the one thing in this story that I think fucks up a lot of it. Is that the fish is an asshole. It's not like he's just shiny and being cool and people don't want to fuck with him. He's an asshole that's shiny. So that kind of convolutes the shit. But your kid is a great basketball player. Not an asshole because you teach him right. And you beat that ass when you got to. Okay? So, great basketball player. Then, he's too good at basketball. Like, the kids around the way don't want to play basketball with him anymore because he always wins. Just because he's better. Not because he's bigger, just because he's better. Do you and your kid comes back home and says, yo, like, I want to play, but they won't play with me because I always win. What do you tell your kid? Do you tell them to just let them win every now and again, just so they'll let you play with them? Because it's good to have friends, or do you tell them to go out and get a nigga that fucking crossover?
I'm gonna tell them, let's go find you some friends on your level that you can play with. Like, to me, that's different. Like, I'm gonna put them in the basketball club or pop water league or something like that, and to where he can compete on his level and enjoy the game.
Yeah, but the kids around the way in his neighborhood just aren't on his level.
Like, I get that. So you need to play basketball somewhere else.
Because I'm telling you, like, when I play video games, if I play Call of Duty with the kids and they're like, go easy on me, I'm shooting you point blank with a shotgun. Like, you're not getting no wins if you don't earn them wins.
Dominate.
Like, you're just not.
I think when it comes to being competitive or like sports and stuff, that's something different. And I mean, we're not talking about an accumulation of wealth or like having so much, like having a ridiculous amount of wealth and then want to be real stingy with it and not help out people who are less fortunate, right? Privileged, less fortunate than you.
Okay, now like you said, we're reading the book with adult minds here, obviously. That's the problem that I have with this book is it's very, very easy for that message to get lost. I think there's a better way and better stories to tell a kid how to share, how to be somebody that isn't a jerk without the way that they put this story together, because there's so many ways you can take it. Yeah. I understand 100% the point that the author was trying to get across. But an author will tell you, like, after they write the book, it's open for the reader to interpret.
Right. I would actually agree with that. There are better ways to teach this lesson, for sure, than this book. But I also would say whenever you have your child read a book, please talk to them about it, especially if it's a book with a moral to it, because you definitely want to make sure they understand it. And you want to make sure that you're getting across your morals and your family morals.
And get them across?
And not just the reader.
So what was Green Eggs and Ham trying to say? Eat old food?
Oh my God! Don't get me started on Dr. Seuss. I don't do Dr. Seuss no more.
Like, eat this shit, motherfucker.
You ain't never had no moldy ham?
Oh, shit.
Oh man! All right, we gonna close it out there, man. Thank you to Anita for coming back to the show.
You're welcome.
We love you as always.
I felt like she did a
Marcus
curtsy
over
right
there.
then.
I felt like she did too.
I did a little bop.
It was a little. She needed some. She was bopping it.
She put some bop in it.
But thank you guys on the page for all the love.
Yeah.
Y'all showed her a whole lot of love, and I was glad too. A part of me was like, don't come out of pocket. Don't say nothing too bad. But yeah, thank y'all for listening week to week, man. 12 episodes in 3 months. I know some of y'all have been here every day,
Rocking with us.
every Sunday, rocking with us. Can't wait for Sunday to come. Can't wait for the episodes to come. I've had people hit me up and be like, "Hey, can you drop it early? I don't have nothing else to listen to." So that tells me we're in people's repertoire. All of y'all that we have fallen into that cycle for y'all, make sure y'all tell people what we got going on over here, man. We aim for content, conversation, and figuring out this social thing, man. So we love y'all. We absolutely love y'all. Yeah, that's about it. So we're going to get up out of here, man. Make sure y'all come with your opinions. When y'all come in the comments, let us know how you feel about everything. What you like to hear more of. We get it. You like vaginas on the show. It's going to happen.
Vagina is V, and V is for victory.
That ain't what happened to the rainbow fish. You got robbed. I don't care what nobody say. But yeah, thank y'all so much. Illegal Opinions, baby. Episode 12. We up out of here.